Well, hello, all of you out there. I'm so glad you're here today. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, Carnivore, and Carnivish. It's all working, and it's all working for all of us. Did any of you go the keto route and um, find that things weren't just, as great as they were? You hit a stall, you kind of became frustrated with it. You weren't doing anything different. How come that nice momentum of weight loss was just leaving you? And then you decided to get more carnivish. And although things might not have moved on the scale immediately, you feel like you're on the right path. Just wondering, it's not for everybody, of course, but for some of us, I'm always amazed when I see keto sort of YouTubes or ads and or listen to people that are keto, read articles sometimes, and it's just amazing that keto continues to work for them. Lucky them. For me, it just felt like a stalling place and not that we always need to be striving to make changes in our food plan, but for some of us, I guess there is a more optimum way that we just haven't really latched onto yet, or we're kind of, circling it and trying it out. If you're not sure if something like that's going to work for you, give it a try. I don't think well, I'm sure there's perfect carnivore people out there, but most of us, most of the women I work with, most of the women and men that comment here, they do allow a little something, something. Sometimes it's a veg, sometimes it's coffee, sometimes they have a diet soda, sometimes, it's not a perfect meat and salt sort of food regimen. We all have our little favorites and things to live for. When the custodian at the police department said to me, life is for living. Why would you want to limit yourself to just those foods? And it's like, because they make me feel good, because they're delicious, because I never get tired of them. And yes, it's limited, but if you're a food, carb, sugar addict like me, well, there's comfort in a smaller variety of things. Having that whole world like keto, especially like Weight Watchers was, that's dangerous territory for me. Of course, it felt good to be Weight Watchers after, full-blown standard American diet with like little to no attention being paid. But it's much better. It was much better when I went to keto and there was some discipline, some giving ups, some just feeling better from doing that. And then, when that luster wore off a little bit and I wasn't a recipe trying keto-fying person, I saw that that's a slippery slope for somebody that's a food, sugar, carb addict. That's not it's not the point to take that yada yada dessert and make it into a keto dessert. That's dangerous for me. Don't want to go there. And I need to feel safe. That's too near beer, fake wine for me. I'd rather get used to how it is, which is for me meat, eggs, dairy, my little fathead pizza with less and less almond flour, and that smidgen of Brussels sprouts on Sunday, and the rest is carnivore, and I love it. It's just totally satiating, and it fuels me, it supplies me with what I need for my day, my full day of Uber and lifting, and or my full night of being a police matron. I've just found it seems like a secret sweet place, that sweet spot that we always are aiming for. Maybe there's a sweeter spot. I don't know, but for right now, I'm totally content. And content is a nice place to be. Have you ever been so chaotic, so crazy, so distracted, discouraged, just like that lobster buoy in the water and the waves are hitting it and it's thunder and lightning and hailing on top of you and there's just so much turmoil underneath the water? Oh, it's just so nice to be in that content place. And ironically, for me, eating a carnivore diet puts my whole mood and body into a place of contentment and peace. So I kind of feel like I'm prepared for things that aren't going to make me feel content or peaceful, if you're following me. So it's kind of like the foods that I'm eating create the nice environment that help me should my environment get a little tumultuous, there's some turmoil in it, some things that I wasn't anticipating, things that provoke the anxiety in me when all is not, nice and neat and Goldilocks, when it's too hot or too cold, or the chair is too hot, the chair is too hard or soft, and the bed is too hard or soft, and the pillow is too hard or soft. All those silly little things that when you're, kind of on that brink of losing that serenity that you worked hard for, that you had a momentum with, could be lost. Sometimes we do it to ourselves, don't we? Self-sabotage. Yep, things are going along too good. Let me stir that darn pot of chaos and bring some, onto me. You don't have to go there anymore. This is a program for people that have already played. We've keto-fied. We've got all that crap in our pantry still. You can clean it out. It's safe. It's safe to throw out that cocoa powder from when you wanted to keto-fi something, when you first began the food plan with keto under 50 million carbs, net carbs. It's safe to throw it out. It's 3 or 4 years old. It's just been sitting there. You have no intention of using it for anything. You can say bye-bye for now. Can you tell I just threw out 3 packages of cocoa powder? Yeah, that's a little excessive, but then I'm excessive. That's part of it, is that I was a food hoarder in the sense that once I like something, I'm all set to go, buy 7 of them, because that's what I do. And I noticed that with the Milkademia, the cocoa fudge creamer, 1 carb and 1 tablespoon. It's delicious. It is worth it. Then I wanted to rush back to Stamacket today and buy, yesterday, 4 more of them. Yeah, because I like it. I don't need to do that today. So I'm an internal work in progress with my wanting to have more of everything, and also the same that I can be with food. I buy things in abundance sometimes, like dryer sheets. I know Kerrygold butter, cheeses. I have every type of cheese I buy. It's like I go to the organic sliced cheese section of Whole Foods. It's like, I want one of them, I want one of them. I mean, it's me with penny candy 50, 60 years ago, right? So, I have to be mindful of that. I don't need 4 organic sliced mild cheddar cheese packages in my refrigerator. I don't. I can go there and buy another package when the first one gets kind of low. I know that, but my head gets all woo-woo and everything else. So, anyway, for those of us that, sometimes still invite the chaos in, I mean, isn't that why we watch things like all these reality shows, so we can have a little drama going on? Like when I watch Gordon Ramsay's MasterChef, watching how everybody cooks and the under pressure panic and all of that sort of stuff. I'm still there, but it's nice because it's a detached, chaotic moment. It's still about food, of course, because that's who I am. But it's a couple of, it's over there. It's not in my refrigerator on the top of my stove on a plate in front of me, having no-nos, naughty no-nos. So, it took a long time. Well, I was a recovering addict, so I'm all for the drama and the chaos. I get it all the time in the meetings. I got it all the time when I worked at the shelter for substance abuse women and their children. I get it at the police department every 8-hour overnight shift that I work there. And so that's why I like Uber and Lyft, because the people are on the Cape. Some are getting to work. They're just nice people that just need to get to work. They can't afford a car. Some are vacationers or business people, because they hop out to the islands to run their restaurants or to do business with people. I had one yesterday morning that I had to get to the private jet um, airport because they couldn't fly the day before, and so he needed to take a private jet to back to where he was going. I'd love to know what he did. Leave me your card. I'd love to know. It was probably some duberator that attaches to another duberator, and he's made, $55 million by selling the patent. I don't know. But so for the most part, Uber and Lyft are nice calming things. 30 something years ago, I had a newspaper route with 550 houses. It's that same thing. I kind of get in the car and it's just this calming, forward moving um, engine kind of purring underneath me kind of thing. It's very stabilizing. I don't know. It was kind of interesting when I did that. And then I remembered, oh, yeah, my newspaper route was like that. I get out a number of times a day, so I stay active. By the way, my osteoarthritic leg, this is day 5 without any ibuprofen. I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know what's changed. Maybe having me have my diagnosis and not having, the death sentence of some sort of thing wrong with my leg, or we're just going to, chop it off right above the knee. Having that go away and having it just be aging stuff for the old broad. Maybe it's comforting having that. I don't know. But it all kind of works for me. But I like third-party chaos still, and I still struggle with overpacked freezers with meats. My pantry has, I probably have 10 jars of ghee, organic ghee, and things like that I do use. Never as much as I think I need, but, and coffee, I still buy a lot of coffee. But it's me, I'm almost 69. So, we work on these things. I'm not keto-fying things. I'm not buying things to try it out because it looks good and I saw it on a a person's YouTube channel that keto-fies water. And so anyway, that's how I roll with all of it. I love my mostly carnivore food plan. So many symptoms have gone away. Of course I care about the weight, but I don't care about the weight in that obsessive, deal that I had going for 68 years, almost 69. I love what I eat. I look forward to my slab-o, usually beef. My cholesterol is ridiculously high. It could be familial, being adopted, who knows? So far, I've refused statins. I don't know. She shakes her head, and I keep saying no. So I don't know. That's life in Sarah's little world today. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that your N equals 1, which means your own personal journey with food and lifestyle is working for you. If not, you're working on tweaking it. There's always a better place. There's always a sweeter spot. It's just enjoying the journey along the way. If a month from now something happened and there's no turning back with what happened, wouldn't you be glad to have a nice bunch of momentum in your past? Nice, good, solid day to day to day, counting on stability, everything else. Will that ensure that nothing disruptive will happen to you? Absolutely not, especially as we get older and, our partners get older, our parents get older. We get things. We give the best chance to our life and taking care of others besides ourselves when we change and just get real with our foods. That's how I feel. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Carnivore Carnivish. I still offer food coaching. It's $35 a month. My email address is below if you're interested. It just makes you more accountable for you. And, it's nice to bounce something off of somebody that understands. You can look at people. Ever hear of the vacant cow stare, where the cow is just chewing and they just look at you and it's like, man, what are you getting so upset about? That vacant cow stare, VCS, I call it. Isn't it nice to talk to somebody one-on-one that understands the deal? That could be me. If you need me, contact me. Otherwise, have a grand day. You're doing a great job. Momentum and contentment. Oh, two of the most wonderful things. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.